Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to talk about the reading planner that I am going to be using for 2020. And I did do bullet journaling in 2019, which I had monthly videos and setups for all that. And while I like the end product of that, I didn't love the process of putting it together every month. I would have rather had something just completely done for me, and all I have to do is fill things in. So it was a little bit more work than I wanted. So this year I decided that I'm going to go with something that's already done the work for me, and it's really cute and it has everything that I need in it. I'm also going to be adjusting some things according to what I want so that it's going to work for me, and it's perfect. So this is the Bookworm Life Planner, and this is from an Etsy shop called Peanut Butter Taco, and I will obviously leave a link down to her shop. Her name is Monica. This is actually an older version. I got this earlier this year. So the newer version of this, the cover is actually purple instead of this aqua. So I'll put a picture of the new one up, but the inside is basically the same. There might be a couple small little changes, but nothing big. It's basically the same layout and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and flip through this for you, and then I'm going to be personalizing it to my own needs, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely done. I won't do that on camera because it's going to be a lot of things, but I'll show you what I'm using. So a quick flip through, so you can put your name down here, which I will at some point. Now there's going to be post-its and stuff because I was going through and making notes on what I think I want to use these for, but it opens up with an empty bookshelf, and I love this. And this is where I'm going to put all the books that I read throughout the year. And there are plenty. There are more than 100 books here on this shelf, so there's going to be plenty for me. But as I read a book, I will write it on the spine and color it in with colored pencils. And I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to color code it by genre. So I will go through my colored pencils and pick a color for each genre, and I'll have a key in the back as well, and then I will color them in by genre. And I thought that'd be kind of cool to see, you know, which genre has the most colors represented and stuff at the end of the year, just to see how much I read in each genre. So I really like this here a lot. And then there's a couple of blank pages here, which I will be doing my own thing for, just some projects that I'm going to be working on, but these are dot gridded. So as you can see, there are dots there, and just like a bullet journal. And then there is a list for most anticipated book releases, and as you can, I'm making all sorts of notes, as you can see, but there's a line for the book and then the date that it's released on if you want to do that. So I will definitely be using that. Goal setting is these cute little Polaroid that look like they're hanging from a wire, and they're clipped up. So that's pretty cool. You can write each goal in here, and I do have 6 goals that I have decided on, so I'll put those in there. Book wish list, I'm actually going to change. I'm going to make this my NetGalley list, so I'm going to write down every single book that I have on NetGalley, because I really want to make NetGalley a priority next year in my reading, because I have a lot of books on there and my percentage is very low for books that I've been approved for versus what I'm reading and reviewing. So this is going to be a big focus for my reading next year as well. And then we get into the months. So every month starts with the month and then a space for you to put down your TBR. And then it has an image on here as well, which is really cute. Now, extra things that I got for this are some stickers that is sold by Monica as well in her shop. So I bought a few of these, and I want to use these on my TBR pages and maybe throughout the book as well. So what I got was I got a sticker sheet that has books, and these are rainbow colored, so they're really cute. And you just peel it off and it's a sticker and that looks like a book. So I want to have, you know, a spot for books, and then I'm going to have a spot for Kindle books as well. So these are little Kindles. How cute are they? Aren't those adorable little Kindle stickers? So I'll have a spot for that because I definitely want to make, you know, Kindle books and obviously NetGalley books a big deal. So I'm going to use one for those. And then I did one for audiobooks as well. Aren't those adorable? These are the cutest little stickers I have ever seen. They're so cute. So I'm going to be using these, one of these each for every month. And I'm going to have physical books, Kindle books, and audiobooks as part of my TBR. So I'm going to keep those handy, and I'll use these throughout as well. You know, definitely the Kindle books I can use on my NetGalley page and stuff like that. But those are going to be also things that I get. She has a ton of really adorable stickers in her shop, so make sure you shop around for those. Okay, and then we have a monthly spread here. So it's like a calendar month, and this is where I will keep my YouTube schedule like I normally do. And then we get into these pages here. So these pages, when they're blank, pardon the Post-its, when they are blank, they just look like this. So they're lined, so you can write on them. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces. I have seen a lot of people use these for weekly spreads and writing in like what they're reading every day and, you know, stuff like that. Maybe some personal stuff too. I'm not going to use these as weekly spreads because I don't track my reading that way. What I do is, just like in my bullet journal, I'm going to use these for my extra pages. So here I'm going to have videos, and I'm going to write down all my video ideas for the month. Here I'm going to put our book list videos and the prompts and what I'm going to use for that. And then I will do arcs that I need to read, arcs and review books on here, and, you know, be able to cross them off when I'm done. And then I'm also going to have one for readathons that are happening that month. And then book democracy that I want to, you know, put my bingo cards on here because I do plan to continue with that. That's been a lot of fun. So that's what I'm going to use the weekly spreads in each month for. And it's just the stuff that's going to go up for the month, the videos that are going to go up for the month, the book list videos that we're doing, you know, stuff like that. So that's what is going to be all these weekly spreads in the planner. So that is how I'm going to make that work for me, and I will be titling them. At the end of the month, there is another dot grid, so you can use this for whatever. I'm going to use this for notes, just to write down ideas, or if I plan a buddy read with someone, I'm going to write it down here, just, you know, anything like that. Things I need to think about. And then there is a monthly wrap-up page, which I love. So there's a bookshelf here, and it has room for 14 books. That would be an amazing reading month for me. And then if I have any extras, I'll just go down below the shelf, but I usually don't have more than that. But I can write each one that I write or that I read on the spines, which is really cute. And then there is a books acquired area down here as well, which only has 7 slots, which you guys know my book hauls. I usually buy more than 7 a month. But this could be a good goal. This could be something that could maybe say, okay, let's try to keep, as best I can, all the books that I haul within these confines. Maybe I could try that. But it has a title, author, and then where you got it from. So that's pretty cool. And then we get into February, and then it continues that way. So it's all the same. The monthly spread, the weekly spreads here, they will be the same for me every month. So and then the blank page, and then the monthly wrap up, and then we get into March. So it's all the same throughout. And then when we get to the back, let me show you what we have back here, because this is where it gets different. So this is December here. And then we have a goal assessment. So it has the 6 Polaroids again, and that is where you can write down how you did on your goals, whether you met them or not. There is also an update one in here. I think it's at the end of June. Let me see. Yes, so in the middle of the year, at the end of June, between June and July, there's a goal check-in. So you can do a check-in on your goals and how are you doing on them. And then a mid-year report. So it has how many books have you read so far, number of pages you read, book you were most disappointed by, book you need to pick up soon, and then your top 3 reads of the year so far for the past 6 months. I love this. It's a good little check-in, and it's a reminder to do that. And then it goes into July. And so for the end of the year, you have your assessment. So you have all of your things here. These are super cute book superlatives, like best cover, most inspiring, most likely to break your heart, most challenging read, most likely to recommend, and your most surprising. So that's a cute little thing there. And then we get hung out to dry. So these are probably like DNFs or books that you didn't really enjoy. Your standout stack, top 10 of the year. I love that. And then books on the big screen, which I love. So there's TV, like TV shows here, and then movies here. And I love that you can just write them in. And this could be a good goal thing too. You know, like what are books that have been turned into TV shows that I want to try to get to this year? I could write those in and then color them in as I do that. And then movies as well. So I love that. It's so cute. Favorite quotes is something that I definitely want to do this year. I want to start writing down quotes that I read in books that I absolutely love, because I have read quite a few this year that like I wish I had really written some things down, which I didn't do as much as I should have. But this is great. So you can take one of these bubbles, whichever one it's going to fit, and you can write down some of your favorite quotes. There are a lot of sheets of this. I think in the newer ones, there's not as many of these sheets. She condensed it down a little bit, but I do plan to use these. And then book reviews. This says mini book reviews, and what these are little slots here, and this right here is just for one book. So there's 3 on this one, and then 4, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the remaining ones. And you write down the title, the author, the genre, the date you started and finished, your star rating, and then your thoughts, and you can kind of write them out a little bit here. I am planning to use these for all of the ARCs that I read that I get from publishers that I'm going to be reviewing. So this is a great place for me to kind of do all that in one section, and then when I do my review video, it's all there for me and I can kind of write down my thoughts. So that is going to be good. And there's quite a few of these pages as well. I don't remember exactly how many there are, but there's a lot. So if I end up getting more books than I can fill here, I mean, let me do a quick count real quick. Okay, so there's 39 books that I'm able to do this with here. Now, if I end up getting more than 39 books, I mean, that would be a lot, but it's possible. So if I end up needing more of these here, then I will just go to the last page and I'll just make a copy of this and try to cut it down to size, and I'll probably just put them over top some of these quote pages here and just kind of continue on over this way is what I'm thinking I would need to do, if that's something that needs to happen. And then back here we have quite a bit of dot pages again. So there's like 4 or 5 more pages back here, like spreads that you can do, and you can make these what you want. So I have a big thing I'm going to be focusing on in 2020, so I'm going to put that here. And the book exchange that I just did with Lindsay and Krista, I'm going to make a page for those because I would like to make those a priority next year as well. So, I can write those down, everything I got, and then highlight them as I read them. And then anything else I want to add. I'm sure there will be stuff I want to add back here as well, for sure. Like, I know I'll have no problem filling this up. As things pop up or, challenges happen and stuff I want to participate in, I can easily fill up some of these back here. And that is how I'm going to be tracking my reading for the year. Now, what I did was, in order to make this work for me, something that I did, I can easily talk about this one here because I've already announced it. We're doing the Lord of the Read-Along. Krista from Books and Jams and I are doing a read-along for the Lord of the Rings. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of stamping in this journal, and that's how I'm going to do all the titles. Now, the stamps I'm going to be using are these letter stamps. This is from a company called Felicity Jane. I don't know that this is available anymore. If it is, I'll link it down below, but I'm not sure. But these are acrylic letter alphabet stamps, and they're like a brush script. And I love them. I use them quite a bit in my scrapbooking, and I'm going to use these for all of my titles. So it's going to go throughout the whole thing. And what I did was I went ahead and stamped what I was planning to put in here on just a piece of computer paper so I could make sure things are going to fit correctly, because I want to do Lord of the Read-Along up here, but when I put it down with everything, it was too big. Too long. So I have to like stack these two up and kind of push them a little bit closer together in order to make everything fit. But now I know that that's what I need to do. So if I had not done that ahead of time and just started stamping, I would have realized it wasn't going to fit, and then I would have been really upset. So that's what I did. So I stamped, just kind of practiced first, and now I know where everything needs to go, and I can center them easily, so I can put things in the center or where I need them to go, and then I can start stamping onto the actual pages. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I will go ahead and get my stamping done. I will show you what I can. There are a couple pages in here I don't want to show you yet because I haven't announced what I'm doing. I'm still kind of working on logistics and stuff, so I don't want to show you absolutely everything, but a few things I can show you. So I'm going to do that right now, and then when I come back, I will show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so I have done just about everything I can as of right now. There are a couple more things I want to do. I'm still kind of making decisions and doing all that, so I'm not going to do any of that yet. Plus, they're going to be surprises for you guys. I can't give you all the goods at once, right? All right, so the first thing I have here right after my bookshelf is the Lord of the Read-Along. So I went ahead and stamped the title there, and then I have all 4 books here, and I wrote the titles on them, and this is where I will keep my notes as I'm reading it and kind of what I want to say and what I think about them. So I have all 4 of those books there. That's going to be our read-along for 2020. This is going to be a surprise, so I'm not going to show you that yet. I didn't do anything to these. I did do my NetGalley. Now, the wish list went longer than the NetGalley word when I stamped it out, so it was going to be showing on the sides. So what I did was I took some washi tape and I covered up, I actually put it on a piece of paper as well so that it, like, you can't see through it at all, because even with the washi tape you could still see the word. So I did that and then just stuck that down, put the NetGalley on top of it. I just cut around where I had already stamped it and then glued it down. And then I have 2 little Kindle stickers from the sticker sheet. So that's NetGalley ready to go, and I will write down all my NetGalley books on here. And then for the months, they're all going to look basically the same. So the first page is going to be videos. Second page is going to be book list. And what I did, you know, I had these already stamped out onto paper just to see. So I just put it down to see where I was going to start stamping. And then I would use this as a guide and just like, okay, here's where I want it. The B starts here, and then I stamped from there. So I'm going to hang on to these to use these every month. I'll probably just take some time one day and just sit down and do a few months at a time. And then I'm going to have arcs. Now for the arcs, it's going to be interesting because I'm going to be reading my arcs a month ahead of time. So these are February arcs. So I stamped out February with these little wooden alphabet stamps. And so all of my February arcs are going to be listed here, and that's what I need to read in the month of January because I'm going to be reading them a month ahead. So it's going to be a little, I'm going to have to pay attention to that. So I stamped out February arcs, so I will write down all the February arcs that I have. And then this is going to be blank for now. I may fill in something else. I don't know quite yet. This I'm going to maybe save for possibly readathons, which I have that stamped out here, but I don't know if there's any readathons in January yet that I'm going to be participating in. So that's going to be kind of up in the air. And then I do have Book Democracy here where I will put my tic-tac-toe board that I'm still going to be continuing on and doing. So I just stamped out Democracy in the big letters and then Book in the small letters because all across it didn't really fit all that well. So I did that. So every month I'll print out my book, the tic-tac-toe board, and just stick it in. And then I have notes here for whatever I want to write down that I want to remember. And then in the back, the only thing I'm going to show you, because the other one is a surprise, but I do have a spot here for book exchange. And I wrote Krista and Lindsay, and I will list all the books that they sent me, the 12 books that we're doing for our book exchange this year. I'm going to write them, the titles, all down in here. And then as I read them, I'm going to highlight them off. And I really want to try to make these a priority in 2020. So I have a page for that, and then everything else is just ready to be filled up with whatever decides to pop up in the year. And I know that I will come up with some more things. I'll probably have some more projects, things like that. I forgot to mention there's also a pocket back here. It's clear, so I can put my stickers back here. I can put my templates back here. So I'm going to do that as well. And that is going to be my reading journal for 2020, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm just going to take some time this month and just randomly, you know, fill in my monthly things with, you know, the book list and the videos and the arcs and all that stuff. I will do that throughout the month of December. That way it's completely ready to go. And then I do have a couple other pages I'm going to be setting up, but I will show you those later. So if you guys are interested in the Bookworm Life Planner, it's very similar to this one, just the cover is a different color and there's just a couple little tweaks, nothing major though. I do know that at the end of the month they have the books acquired here, and there is more lines available on the new ones. So it's a bit of a bigger box and there's more lines and stuff. So there is that, but everything else is basically the same. So yeah, I will have this one in particular linked down below, and make sure you check out her shop for the planner. If you just want to look at the stickers, they are super cute and I'm super excited to use those, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So I will not be doing monthly shares for this one. I will probably do like a mid-year share of it actually in June when I fill out, you know, the middle of the year updates and stuff. I'll probably do a flip through of the first half of the year, but monthly I'm not going to end up doing that. So just a heads up on that, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.